CharCole Sports Show. The hottest names and the hottest takes.
Tune in every Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. where Charlie Prien and Cole Larsch highlight prep sports, college sports, coyote athletics, and professional sports. We would love to hear your questions for us too. The phone lines are always open.
Tune in to the CharCole Sports Show each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. to hear the hottest takes on KAOR Vermilion.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome into the CharCole Sports Show. It is episode 5 of season 3 and Wednesday, October 1st. We thank you all for tuning in. First up, of course, our USD Sports Update. It seems to be taking a common theme so far this season where our men's team loses and our women's team continue to win in the Summit League. Then we move on to the Vikings, where they take a rather disappointing loss across the pond in Dublin, and we have set the record for lowest over-under this upcoming week against the Browns. We'll talk more about that about 6:30 or so. Then it's on to SD Prep Football, where we're getting close to playoffs. As always, we wrap up with our picks of the week. Feel free to call in at any time if the phones are working, 605-658-6813, or if you're listening on YouTube, type in that chat. We'll always respond to those. Buckle in because the CharCole Sports Show starts right now.
Welcome back to the CharCole Sports Show. I'm Charlie Prien, joined by Cole Larsch. A truly beautiful, if you like warmer weather,
It's
Wednesday
freaking
night.
hot.
But you know what it is, Cole? It's D-Days week, and we're happy to be
Dang
here
right it is.
in the KAOR Studios, 91.1 Vermilion. And Cole, episode 5 of the year. We're rocking and rolling. And Cole, you mentioned it in the headliner and the sweeping intro, if you will. Oh man, this football team in this town. What do you draw that up to? Just not to get into things right away. This is a segment that we could talk about for a couple hours.
I think it honestly comes down to is just the decimation of what the transfer portal had on this team. I mean, I hate to blame it on that because there's a lot of other things that go into it also.
What if I said I didn't disagree?
If you didn't disagree,
yeah, I agree with you.
Well, then I think we'd be in the majority of thinking that as well, and it's unfortunate. But also this last week, again, we don't have to quite get into it yet, but NDSU just showed why they're the number 1 team. It's just that simple. But they're a good team. We showed that maybe we aren't. Got a pity touchdown late in the game, but yeah, I just tough loss, to say the least.
Sure. Can you throw up a poll on YouTube? I don't know if you can or not. Also, for those listening on KAOR 91.1 FM Vermilion, South Dakota, we all are on live on YouTube as well. That's the CharCole Sports Show on YouTube. We officially have the brand now. We own the brand. We bought it out. We had to get the naming rights from the other CharCole Sports Show, but we have the naming rights now officially. The CharCole Sports Show, we had to pay a hefty amount of money to get the naming rights, but hey, we have it now. And if you're listening on the radio and want to get the full idea of what we're talking about, if we ever talk about visualizations or anything in between, you can check us out on YouTube. We live stream our shows as well. That's the CharCole Sports Show, CharCole Sports Show, space between sports and show, on YouTube. Check us out, as we always like to have fun with the chat. And I did test the phones yesterday with Miss Grady Harrington to make sure that they were working, and they do work. So the phone lines do work. If you're watching on YouTube, you won't be able to hear what's going on in that aspect. But the big thing, can you run a poll? Or no?
I can, yes.
Well, I wanted you to run the poll and say, are you digging Charlie's stash? Because that's the the big question of the show so far. I told Cole like a week and a half ago that, hey, I'm going to start growing the stash up. So we got to see if the listeners and viewers on YouTube are digging the stash or not. You can vote in the YouTube poll if you're digging the stash. So, all right.
I'll get you full screen on the screen too.
Yeah, get it in here so I can make sure, it's a work in progress, but it's not too bad. I'll get it closer for the folks at home. But yeah, working on a little bit of a mustache here for D-Days. It doesn't take me much to get a mustache, Cole.
Yeah, you've been growing yours for 2 weeks?
Not even, just about.
And I have just not even been growing one. I just haven't shaved mine in.
Who voted no in this?
I don't know. I can try to look. I can take a guess.
If it was my mom, I know my mom's watching.
I don't know if I can see, but as you can see on the YouTube stream now, maybe a little bit.
Oh yeah, you can get
Not
a good
even
look
that
at
much.
it here.
My mom noticed it last time she saw.
Oh, you're talking about yours?
No, mine. No, yours. Yes, yours is very, very clear and obvious.
Well, here's the deal. I will dye mine if you dye yours.
Oh, okay. I don't see why not.
And speaking of things dying, let's talk about this USD football team.
The poll currently is 80-20 yes to no.
Hey, I'll work with that. I will work with that.
Bryce voted yes.
Thank you, Bryce. Thank you.
That's always good to hear. Good that Bryce, good to hear from you.
Yeah.
We weren't sure you were alive last couple of weeks, but it's always good to hear from you again.
Is it safe to say Bryce is our favorite non-family member viewer?
Probably.
I think so.
I mean, no diss on the boys in 101, but they aren't as chat active.
No.
We saw a couple of them today. Ty was out cooking steaks, but
New York strips too.
Yeah, they look really good.
Goodness, you got to get that protein level up before you go out.
The thickest one he still thinks was a little raw on the inside when he took them off, but here's an idea.
Put that up.
Safer to use mascara to highlight them.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well,
I think we might know a couple of people we can get that from.
Yeah, Morgan does have a bunch. That would be pretty funny, wouldn't it?
That would be.
Go out one night with that on.
Why not? I don't see why not. Bring it on.
I'd look a little. I don't think I'd look too goofy. I mean,
no, I don't think so.
I'm a little blonde on the sides, but that's just because it's not full. When this puppy gets full, you're gonna know it. You're gonna.
Oh yeah, no, I have seen it before. I'm used to that. Let's get to this Coyote Sports stuff.
Yeah, we're talking about dying beards. Let's talk about dying football team.
The USD football team took as soon as I get my tabs pulled up and our pictures loaded in, took a tough loss to North Dakota State. And honestly, if I'm being 100% honest, I watched approximately 5 snaps of this game because it overlapped with our volleyball match that I was doing the PA announcing for. It was 51-13, a loss at North Dakota State. Up and down, just sheer domination.
Cole, I've watched quite a few USD games in my time, and this was the first one that I can confidently say I fell asleep during.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was taking a nap during this one. Might have been the fact I woke up at 3 a.m, but also not a super exciting game, to say the least. I don't know if you can get the photo up, Cole. And I can paste it in the doc. You know what I'm talking about, the 5.
Let me get there.
That pretty much sums up the day. So you can see the box score if you're watching on the YouTube stream in front of you. North Dakota State goes impeccably perfect through the first half with 34 points in that first half. I believe it's 34 because they missed a field goal in the first quarter.
Yeah, missed an extra point.
Extra point, my bad.
He just dead shanked it. It was weird. That's the only thing that didn't go right for
There was a draft in the Fargo Dome.
Yeah, it might have been something like that.
And then USD gets 3 up on the board in the second half. Going into the half, Cole, I don't know if you watched after the half. Did you feel a little bit of a hope at all, or did you know it was over?
Well, see, the volleyball game got done, and I distinctly remember it being it would have been at that point NDSU would have scored twice in the second because I had it up on my phone in front of me. But after about a minute and a half, I quit watching because of this is just bad. So I was sitting there and watching it, and I remember talking to Mark Wendt after the game. Shout out the Howling Podcast as well.
Goat, by the way.
Yeah, USC Superfan, Mark Wendt. Just gave me a fist bump, said good job, and he saw because he's right He's section 102,
Sure,
so like
yeah.
right behind where I'm sitting. And he asked me if the USD football game was any worth even putting on the TV. And I said, no, it's 27-0 with halfway through the second quarter. He's just like, yeah, it's tough. And it was tough. And here's the picture, by the way, to sum up the entire game. Ready for this?
That's a real picture of a live snap.
All 5 of these guys laying on the ground right here, all missed a tackle. 5 of 7 in the total play to miss a tackle. And this guy, you can kind of see him pretty blurry there, number 9 for NDSU. Ended up scoring a touchdown after making all 5 of these players miss.
Well,
and 2 more that predate this picture.
I'd say that if he didn't score on that, then
yeah. Yep, this was this actually we were showing it around at the soccer game on Sunday because it got sent to one of our assistant SIDs, I think it was.
Oh geez.
Yeah. But from another assistant SID. So it was just it wasn't like a taunting picture. It was just this actually happened. It's pretty much from what I heard, everybody went up there, video team, sports information team, got very few clips from what I was told. It was that bad.
Sure.
So,
cool. As you know, I get a first-hand experience from the running back LJ Phillips.
Yep.
Most Tuesdays. And yesterday I got that. LJ Phillips, 38 yards on the ground net. And not particularly his best day. Reed Watkins outrushing him by a single yard. Aiden Bauman does throw for 208, though. Most of it against third and second stringers. Cole,
most of the fourth quarter, probably.
This is a true fact, what I'm about to tell you. And something that is not surprising, but just goes to tell you the level of preparation that went into that ball game. USD comes off of a win over the Drake Bulldogs last week. They turn around and they have to prepare for the number 1 team in the nation. Probably, what's that ranking that does the ranking of all the D1 teams and the NAIA teams from like 1 to 700 or whatever it is?
I think it's just called the 766. But because it's just one guy that does it.
Sure.
And he puts together like all the RPIs.
Well, you throw NDSU on there, they're probably cracking top 40.
Let me look.
I'll
pull that up here.
Well, while I'm talking to, kind of enunciate my point, NDSU was on a bye while we were playing Drake, so they got to sit at home and watch the game. Mind you, 2 weeks of practice. Mind you, being able to actually get a full week recovery heading into the Valley schedule. Cole, LJ Phillips said on the first drive of the game, and I'm going to paraphrase this, that they went out there and their middle linebacker called out the play before USD ran the play that they were running.
Now that's impressive.
Now this happened on the first drive.
That's like some Luke Kuechly stuff right there.
It proceeded to happen, according to my firsthand account, more than 10 times in the game.
Holy cow.
Our boys knew it was going to be a long day. NDSU prepared. They had time to prepare. They came out and played ball. Cole, where does NDSU sit?
Here, I'll pull up the picture right now. You can't really see this too great. And that
I can see them. Yeah, I know where they're at.
NDSU. So this is a rank. If you're watching on YouTube right now, I'll do one of these. This is a ranking of all 766 college football teams from Division I to NAIA, maybe even JUCO. You see the team in orange way on the left? Orange denotes FCS. White is Power 4. Gray is FBS Group of 5, things like that. Orange is FCS. NDSU currently sits 50th in the entire country.
And if I'm being honest with you, I could see them just behind Arizona State, probably, like logically looking at that list. They're better than...
For reference, Arizona State sits 36th.
They would beat Georgia Tech.
No.
I think...
Well, here's the deal.
They gave them a good game.
In a hypothetical line, North Dakota State is a 3-point favorite against Kansas State right now. Neutral site. according to this ranking here.
Where's K-State at?
57. So,
okay.
for reference,
I think
South Dakota State currently sits 73rd. And if we look for USD,
138.
Yes, 138, just above.
Still better than Massachusetts.
Nevada. Well, that's good to hear.
No, if we're looking at this, and again, another perk to watching the YouTube channel, I think North Dakota State could beat UCF. I think maybe that's as high as they go. I don't think they beat Virginia. I think they might beat Pitt.
Well, here, of the teams above them right now, let's see who they beat.
They beat Arizona. They beat Rutgers.
Rutgers, yes.
They beat North Texas just based off a common opponent.
Yeah, Florida be tough.
There's a common opponent, well, kind of common opponent between North Texas and NDSU because they both played. Well, North Texas played Lamar. USD played Lamar.
Yeah, so like the Cuban property common opponent. If Minnesota's gonna be tough because they're a solid team, and it pains me to say that as a Nebraska guy, but they're solid. Where's Nebraska even on?
23.
Oh, well, there we go. That's interesting. I think they beat just about every team. I think where they should have been put right here is 41.
I agree with
because once you get to Navy and Cincinnati,
I don't know if they beat Virginia.
Yeah,
they probably rolled the ball out and beat Virginia like 4 times out of 10.
Yeah,
but
well, that's the thing with that is exactly. But there you go. So that's why we that's the type of resources we have here in the CharCole Sports Show on YouTube, powered by StreamYard on the YouTube side of things.
This has been our most intuitive stream, I would say, ever.
It has. It's been our most. Yeah, you're right. I would 100% agree. But yeah, so there's your full 466th time team ranking. Also, he also has like, hypothetical lines. Maine Maritime lost by 25 points to number 735 Keystone, so they're back in last. Ferris State's
not bad, aren't they?
It was a D2 team.
Yeah.
Would be a hypothetical 4-point favorite over Ball State.
Dude, Ferris State's actually solid.
I know. They're ranked 148 on this ranking, by the way.
What's the highest NAI? Grandview? Yeah, Grandview's always good. Let's see. Dort's not. Get Dort out of there.
No, they're good this year.
Dort's good. Wait, well, Northwestern's the team is not good anymore.
Yeah, Northwestern got beat twice, or once or twice.
Well, they lost to
Marty and Dort.
Right. Yes, you're right. You're right. And then
NAIA, by the way, is in
red. Morningside.
D3 is in green.
Where do you got good old Briar Cliff? Where's Briar Cliff at on that?
Boy. It'd be easier if I just opened up the Google Sheet and searched it.
Yeah.
Because this is all compiled on a public Google Sheet. Hastings is 590.
Well, I think that
Briar Cliff 621.
Oh, they'll go up a ways in this. This is fun. We could do this for a whole show.
Yeah, we could.
Give me the hypothetical of Briar Cliff in Oregon. At Briar Cliff.
Briar Cliff in Oregon, that'd be interesting. I wonder if he's got
you got to have the biggest and the smallest. Give me the.
He usually does that too. He'll put Maine Maritime against Oregon, and they're 1 week they're against Ohio State, 190-point underdogs.
Do you want to talk about quickly? Before we move on to the USD game this week? I want to talk about the Oregon Penn State game, Cole.
That was crazy. What an absolute!
That's my first. Go ahead. Sorry.
What an absolute blow up by Penn State, or no, by Oregon, but they got the win.
Right, Lanning thought he had it in the bag.
It was 17-3. Speaking of bag, his post-game interview, he was. Now, of course, everybody's like, "Oh, it's just adrenaline. It's just adrenaline." I don't know.
Dude's a little wild.
It's very, very interesting. Yeah, he's just 17-3 at one point. The game was. And I'm like, this thing's over. We almost turned it off in 101. And then all of a sudden it came back. and then Penn State scored again. We got ourselves a ball game. And we had obviously the double box, Alabama, Georgia on one TV, Penn State, Oregon on the other TV. Shout out me. Preview to our picks of the week. I picked both of them incorrectly.
Let me go back.
I'm in mid-season form. But yeah, there you go.
I liked Oregon coming in, just for the main fact that what Penn State's coach, the ball dude, you can never.
James Franklin. He's one.
I love Penn State though.
Yeah,
but I watched Oregon play a game earlier this year, and I'm like, dude, I just watched him play.
The thing is, James Franklin is like he's like 4-25 against top 10 teams or something like that. And I picked them because I'm like, okay, eventually, right? They have to win a whiteout game.
Here's what
they have to.
Here's what I need you to do, Cole. Put, and this is going to bring up a good point. Put in that little calculator deal that you had. Give me Oregon Penn State neutral site. What's the spread there?
All right, let me look.
Truly, because I mean, Lanning said that they weren't worth a touchdown or whatever he said. I don't agree with that. I think you put Oregon Penn State at neutral site. Oregon wins by 2 or 3 touchdowns. Two touchdowns.
I'm getting
Truly.
there. I'm getting there.
That's how big of a, and that was what I was going to say was I think. Well, I know that was my first time sitting down watching an entire whiteout game. I watched it from the kick to the last overtime possession. And then just before overtime started, it ran and woke my dad up because I got a picture of the big deer. So I watched every second of that, including most of the commercials, because I was so dialed into it. I should have watched the Bama game too. I heard Caden Proctor got a lateral. And then I'm like, no way, I got to go watch that. So I went, and you've seen that.
Yep. And it currently has, in a neutral site game, Oregon 31, Penn State 24.
Okay, so a touchdown.
Yeah, touchdown difference.
But here's the deal. If Oregon's D-line stays healthy, no one touches them. That's how I see it. Cole, thoughts on that one before we move on?
By the way, Oregon right now, traveling to Maine Maritime.
Okay.
139.
139 to 0.
139 to 0. Now, at home, it's 145. So they're losing 6 points going on the road to Maine Maritime. Probably because it's such a small stadium. Probably, I don't know. We're just not used to it. Anyway.
Give me also the poll statistics are in.
Yeah, I just ended that.
We are rocking with the stash. I like it. All right.
I'm rocking with it. Quickly.
Okay, and I said it this week, Cole, but is this week a get right week?
Well, it's always a get right week against Murray State. If you lose to Murray State, fire everybody. Put in the entire...
Bring in the Vermilion Tanagers to play.
Dude, give me Joey Nelson and the Tanagers if they lose to Murray State. That's why we schedule them every year for D-Days. It's either Murray State or Drake, but we quit scheduling Drake because Drake upset us one year on D-Days.
Well, it was either we do Murray
State. You always schedule a bum on your homecoming.
Well, it's either you schedule Murray State on Saturday or you wait until October 25th to do your homecoming. And by then, you don't know in South Dakota if it's going to be 90 or 12 degrees.
Yep. It's going to be 90 this Saturday.
Yes, it will.
And very windy, 20 to 30 out of the south.
Good thing we play in a dome, right?
That is true. Which is getting potential upgrades.
Yeah.
Coming up, so that's interesting.
See what the generous donations look like is what they're planning on more than anything.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Wonder what it costs
to see.
I wonder what it costs to put those plans together and get the renderings, Cole. But
probably quite a bit.
Anytime I request an interview, it's tough to get.
Shocker. Right?
Shocker.
Shall we move on, sports?
I think we shall. My reminder: 2 p.m. kickoff, not 1.
Correct.
Saturday.
My crew meeting's at 11. Had to remind Caden of that. He said it was stupid. I said it's been like that every year we've been here. Shout out Caden. We moved to Coyote Volleyball. They had a busy Summit League week. They went 1-1 to open up Summit League play as they took on North Dakota on Thursday. Lost 3-1. Disappointing loss, let's put it that way. And then they took a win over Oral Roberts, a kind of a get-right game, as we kind of talk about here. Swept them 3-0. The final set was 25-8. and we knew it. We knew we were going to beat them. Oral Roberts knew they were going to lose that third set. It was just, let's just get this over with so we can go back to Oklahoma pretty much. So they currently sit at 9-5 overall on their record. They are 1-1 in the Summit League. Give you their Summit League standings. Denver, SDSU, St. Thomas, NDSU currently sit on top. South Dakota is currently tied for 5th. This is kind of how we'll see the standings shake out between these top 5 and the bottom 4 teams. I'm assuming that a lot of these top 3 teams are going to pick up a lot of wins against the bottom 3 teams because that's just the overall skill gap. SDSU is currently ranked 4th or 22nd in the country, according to the RPI, which I found very interesting, which takes in strength of schedule and winning percentage against that strength of schedule.
Just a little thing before we get to our picks of the week. It's Sam Houston, not San Jose State, and I like that line. I'm actually taking that. I looked
on Friday. Sam Houston plays today.
New Mexico State plays Sam Houston.
Yeah, that's
my bad.
That's
the line's literally the exact same. So I thought you missed a state and typed the last thing in wrong.
No, it's New
Are
Mexico.
You sure, Cole?
Yeah.
New Mexico State plays Sam Houston with a 2.5 line on Thursday.
No, my bad. Look at Friday. Look at the game Friday. It's New Mexico and San Jose State.
That is odd.
I promise you. I promise you.
Okay, sorry to bother.
Bryce,
I'm gonna let you yap here.
Great sweep. Got to go home early. I 1,000% agree. I got through the first set and my voice started to hurt. I'm like, please don't make this thing go extras, and it did not. Upcoming for the volleyball squad, they travel to Denver, Colorado on Saturday. They do not have a game Thursday, but they do have a game Saturday because why would the Summit League schedule allow our to be at home on our homecoming weekend? That just makes too much sense, doesn't it?
Yes.
So there's your volleyball update. I've said it once. I'll keep saying it. This is going to be a scary team. They've been very good so far. They're going to continue to be very good, I believe.
They know they're better than UND.
Yes. That's hence a very disappointing loss on that side of things. Again, just one game this week on Saturday as I'm loading in a couple more graphics as we move on to Coyote Soccer. They move to 5-2-4 as they get a 2-0 win over St. Thomas. 113 people in attendance, hour and 58 game. 1 goal in each half. Should have been 3-0. Gabby Ryan on her second goal, it was disallowed due to offside. That.
What do you say about that there, Mr.
Well,
Larsch?
I cannot remember her name for the life of me, but she sits beside me and runs the scoreboard, a former USD soccer player. We watched it back on replay because I went to video review. First time I've ever seen that at the First Bank and Trust Soccer Complex. And based on the single camera angle they had, they called it offside and disallowed the goal. And the person sitting to my left running the scoreboard said, off of that camera angle, you cannot overturn that. So she didn't disagree. But USD outshot St. Thomas like 22-5. Like it was just an onslaught. This is also a St. Thomas team that on Thursday went up to Brookings and lost 6-0 to South Dakota State. As I get you, as soon as I load them up, the standings for the USD soccer team in the Summit League, bada bing, bada boom. South Dakota currently sits in a tie for third because we go based off of points. Denver going to be really good. SDSU, ORU going to be solid. Omaha are going to be all right as well. USD already 2 wins ahead of last year's total, and could have picked up a couple more in the preseason, but got to some ties. But that comes up to a home and home this weekend, Thursday and Sunday, as they host North Dakota State, 6 o'clock on Thursday, and the Pink game, 1 p.m. on Sunday. I will be the public address voice for both of those games. And that'll be very fun to watch because after these games, the soccer team is away for the next 2 weeks because you
We
play.
don't have much going on. Because I was looking at the next 2 weeks on
I
our
know
schedule.
it's very
It's nice this week, and then we just
pretty much, yeah. And then because soccer they play 4 home, 4 away Summit League games by each team once, which I've always found odd. You only play them once.
especially with
Volleyball
what
you play them
could.
twice,
Yeah.
which I don't know, interesting.
Dumb.
But the soccer preseason is also way longer. They've been at it since like the 1st of August already playing. So, yeah, should be a fun season for them. They're looking pretty solid. They've had some breakout players that have kind of shocked some people. I think they're going to be pretty good. So there's your Coyote sports update, I believe, in its entirety. As Coyote football 2 and 3, Coyote volleyball 9 and 5, Coyote soccer 5, 2 and 4.
Golf team's not bad.
Both golf teams are doing really well.
Here's my one qualm for the day. Actually,
Yeah.
I've had multiple, but here's one qualm for the day. Why don't we have a home golf meet?
I don't know. With a course,
We have a course.
I don't know. Maybe they have one in the spring.
Potentially. I don't think they do. I looked. Also, we should have got a copy of the Volant this week. Cole's story
have
front page. Did Darcy see that?
I had one.
Did I
it's out in the
spoil it?
office.
I'll go get it.
I'll go grab it.
All right, I'll yap.
You yap. Let's do this and then do this and then do this and then do this. You're up.
I'm up. All right. Well, here's the deal. This week we had another print for the USD student newspaper. That really,
You cannot make this up. I'll be back.
is that a joke?
No, it's locked. I'll be back.
I thought you were kidding.
Where's my key? I don't have my key.
You have your key? Well, we have to knock on the window then. Anyways, back on track. This week we had the print for the USD student newspaper, the Volant, which Cole and I are both part of, as well as Avery, Prien, Addison Sporlitter, Colton Tolley, Chelsea Weber, and a couple other folks that I don't remember. Anyways, great sports section and great paper as well. Check it out. I'm actually going to diversify my portfolio, and there's Cole there's Cole. I'm actually going to diversify my portfolio and maybe write something besides sports, but really great sports section this week. And Cole's story just so happened to be front page newsworthy. And it's kind of actually, it wasn't like put up to a vote or nothing, but it was like, all right, you need to pick a story, Chuck, which is what folks call me. And pick a story, Chuck. And I'm like, well, I think our strongest is probably the volleyball story. So yeah, you should put it up in front of the camera, Larsch, there, the one of yours.
I will once I get set back down.
But once Larsch gets set back down, you can check it out. But Cole, front page news, how's it feel?
Feels great.
Feels great. So this is going to be sitting around for a week, and then we get a new copy. Volleyball opens Summit League play in top heavy field. I changed the name of the.
Yeah, you did. I know. That's fine.
I tried to condense it.
I was trying to workshop a name and I couldn't. I just like it'll. They want to change. They can change it.
Well, like here's the deal. Like I always was like last year when I started, and this is a note for you, and hopefully my sister's watching. Probably not. But the one thing I always had to think of is, yes, it is USD. Like in the headlines, we try not to say USD volleyball or USD football because who else would it be? You know.
True.
So that's.
I guess I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense.
That's one thing. I'm like, yeah, there it is. A great story. Summit volleyball opens Summit League play in top heavy field. So yeah,
put a lot of research into this one actually.
Nice. It was a good story.
Found out what RPI was.
Yeah, you explained it in there, kind of, don't you? Because I was going
to,
one of the notes I was going to make, and then I didn't have to, is because you explained RPI.
Ranked 22 in the RPI, which is the rating percentage index, one of the top.
Like we are, or SDSU?
SDSU ranked 22. We are 103.
Or stats.
One of the top statistical ranking systems in the country, taking winning percentages and strength of schedule into the main metric. St. Thomas 58, Denver 88, South Dakota is 103.
Terrible.
Actually, not terrible considering there's 370 teams or something like that.
Terrible ranking.
Kansas City. Oh yeah, Kansas City is in the bottom 30.
30.
They're bad. But yeah, I can see now why. These columns got a little short, so my paragraphs ran a little long. I apologize, Janet. She sent out her thoughts today. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I haven't read those. I usually wait to read them until we go to the meeting.
I always just read them because I get the email, and I'm like, if I don't read it now, I'm never going to.
Yeah, that's a problem I have with text messages. We should play the over-under game of how many texts does Charlie have unopened on his phone right now?
Ooh.
Oh, wait.
That's a great question. That's a really great question.
It's a problem that I have, Cole, and you know.
I know. Trust me, I know. I'm gonna say over. Let's just set it 50 solid flat. I'm taking the over.
50?
Yeah.
That's way over that.
Yeah, I had a feeling about that. That's why I took the over. For reference, I have 2. Yeah, that's impressive right there. I'm gonna be honest, that does not shock me, but that's impressive.
472 for those wondering.
Not bad.
Not bad. I got text from 2022 on there. I still haven't opened it.
Yeah, that'd bug me.
Why?
Like my Gmail inbox right now, I can even open it and show you. Okay, well, I've got a presentation. We shared a presentation in class, and I haven't made a folder for it yet. But I have 2 emails in my Gmail main inbox folder right now because they're all labeled and put into folders. Shout out Heath Nimke for that trick. So yeah, I gotta keep my school email. On the other hand,
yeah,
they're all in the inbox. It's all a mess. But
my actual personal email has 11,016 unopened.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Yeah, that'll happen. Having on them bigger jobs.
Anyways.
How about them Vikings, huh?
Dude, it's a good time. We're moving along on the show. We still got 20 minutes. Like last week, we were just getting to the Vikings with 10 minutes left. Like, look at us.
Yeah.
Proud of you, Cole.
I'm proud of you.
Secret guest coming to supper with us tonight. You'll have to guess who.
I know who it is.
Minnesota. Oh, you do?
Oh. I think. Right?
We probably do. Someone was a light flashing. I thought it was like a reflection back there. But anyways, secret guest coming with us tonight. 2 Bunions. If you ever want to meet us at Bunions, you can at about 7:10. But the tab does happen to be on you if you meet us there on Wednesday night. If you're listening on the radio show, Cole has 3 now.
3 what? What did I say?
Most stuff you say, I just acknowledge it, but I don't. Oh, 3 emails or texts. That's probably what he means.
Oh yeah, 3 texts. Yeah, 100%.
Well,
how about here? I have 2. Oh, that's a great idea. Okay, I have 2 texts, and I have a qualm with the City of Vermilion / USD. The bug control,
for real,
is out of control.
May I add crickets to the list?
Yes, because we have crickets that crawl into our apartment, which is crazy.
Or chirp outside our doors and
Correct.
Shut up.
Constantly, all the time. Anyway, so USD has had a tennis practice moved inside because of the bugs. And our soccer match on, what did that mean, Sunday?
Sure, yeah.
They were so bad, the players were taking their warm-ups off and wrapping them around their legs. Because you can't take the, green, I don't know.
I know what you're talking about.
Like the green, so they know that they're on the bench. Because they were, taking them off and swatting them, and our 4th referee, our refereeing crew I don't know much about soccer, but they were not good, okay? So I will not say names.
No, I don't know much about soccer.
But we've had them before, and they've not been good. And we had them again, and they've not been good. And he was yelling at them to put them back on. So they're taking off their long sleeve warm-ups and wrapping them around their legs because the bugs were so bad out there. And then we had our windows cracked open in the booth just to get some air moving,
Don't do that.
And they were just little tiny, little itty bitty minuscule things. Yeah. And they're just, all of a sudden they just start crawling up the window. I had 4 of them land on my glasses.
When we went to watch Morgan's sister play tennis last Monday, I saw more breeds of bugs than I thought existed.
Yeah.
Just random stuff.
And that's terrible because they're right by that freaking that forest. It's bad.
Yeah.
That old dilapidated lot with just junk in it. But yeah.
Yeah. I digress. Anyways,
there you go.
Vikings head
There you
over
go,
the
Bryce.
pond.
There you go, Bryce. You're welcome.
The Vikings head over the pond and find a way to give it up to the Steelers. Of the 22 guys Kevin O'Connell had penciled in to start, he said an X's and O's yesterday with Paul Allen. Guess how many of those players actually played the game?
I mean, like injuries
Or
wise?
completed the game, my bad.
Oh, completed the game?
That we thought we were going to have when we left Minneapolis, St. Paul Airport.
Oh, probably 15, if that.
11 of the 22 is what he
Yeah,
said.
that's
So, with that, not trying to make excuses for Kevin because you have to go out there and adapt, but he did take it upon himself to admit that it was his fault when it came to, all right, I'm going to have Christian Darrisaw, arguably one of the better tackles in the league out there at left tackle. Really good, okay? So you got whoever he's going against on lock. However, to his left is supposed to be a man called Will Fries. Will Fries, he's hurt. No, Will Fries is playing. My bad. Will Fries is there. Our center, Ryan Kelly, gets concussed, as he does. Donovan Jackson has finger surgery. He's not playing. So then we end up putting not Blake Brandell in there, but no, it wasn't Blake Brandell. We put Michael Juergens in there.
Yep.
And then right tackle Brian O'Neill goes out, but not out bad enough to where – did you see the clip of Brian O'Neill like after he got hurt? He was doing kick steps on the sideline, and the doctors told him not to go back out there.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. So Brian O'Neill goes out, and then we have to put Blake Brandell over there, and it's just a mess. And then Justin School goes in there, and then there's talk of like relegating Justin School to the UFL until I'm to sign it. It's a joke. But a rough day at the offense on the offensive line. But Kevin said that he just did not adapt. You can't sit in the pocket for that long. Carson Wentz has to get the ball out faster. Jordan Mason had a rough day. TJ Hawkinson is non-existent. We pay him so much money to do absolutely what? Block. Well,
that's the problem is because he has to chip block for all of our tackles all the time.
We have so few, and PA confirmed this with Kevin on the X's and O's. We have so few offensive linemen out there, specifically tackles, that we're moving our centers and guards to get tackle work this week. And we signed a guy from the practice squad, which we bring our practice squad players over. But to try a guy out, we have to fly him over to England to try him out. Seriously, we have to fly him over to England to try him out for the practice squad because we need to fill those slots with guys who actually may be elevated on Sunday if we have just so happen to have another injury at practice or someone can't go.
Yeah.
So all of this stuff starts to culminate. And you're looking around at the offensive line room, Cole, and you're starting to ask yourself who's still here.
Not many people. Right. That's your answer.
Very
few.
Let's talk about this. We got Blake Brandell as a backup, Justin School as a backup. Okay. You know any other names? We got Michael Juergens in there. Who else we got, Cole?
I couldn't even tell you. I honestly could not tell you.
So
it's not good.
No, it is not. This week.
Viewer question.
What's that?
You see it on the screen?
Oh, can I drop Adam Thielen? Yeah, you sure can. Well, he didn't drop many passes last week for the first time. Coney just texted me. He said he can't find the link to the show. That's impressive. I'll send him the link here. Please hold, Cole.
Shout out, John.
Shout out.
Adam Thielen, 2 catches for 11 yards on 2 targets. So he did not drop a pass. You're right. Yep, onward and upward.
I don't even want to talk about the game.
The Vikings.
Oh, my one point that I wanted to make, though, as I was making this whole culmination deal. Josh Oliver is currently the emergency third-string right tackle.
Oh, my God.
And I saw some folks on Twitter calling that if Justin School has to go into the game, that we might as well just put Josh Oliver out there for him. Because Justin School is great in the run game. He is great. But he cannot pass block. And if Myles Garrett gets him on Sunday, Myles Garrett didn't practice yesterday, I think, or today. I don't remember. Myles Garrett didn't practice, probably just today for a health day. But Justin School is going to give up at least 6 or 7 sacks. Yeah, not even ironically.
Yeah, no, I
it's going to be so bad.
I agree. It's
big dog in the house here.
Big dog.
Big dog, where are you sitting at in the losers pool right now?
That's right, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I didn't get in there.
What about my cousin Ozzy? We'll wait on that response. Cole, I don't want to talk about last week at all. Other than
Forward. We move forward.
we have to move forward. Bengals stink, which is kind of weird. Well, not weird, but did you see the clip of the Bengals are playing the Broncos? Okay, the Broncos rushed 3 guys. The Broncos blocked their entire offensive line, okay, and the running back. So that's 6 guys. Broncos rushed 3. 3 interior guys take the middle guy, the nose tackle. The running back decides to step up and help. Both tackles take their edge rushers. The edge rushers get home in less than 2 seconds.
Yep.
It was one of the funniest clips that I've ever seen.
Yeah. Onward. The Vikings play the Browns, 8:30 in the morning from jolly old London town.
Kegs and eggs.
Vikings are 3.5-point favorites. The over-under is 36 points.
How you feeling about that?
That is tied for the lowest ever for the Vikings. There's your answer from McDowd.
He's 3rd-ish, and you're 5th, the usual logjam. Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, we found ourselves in that logjam last year and missed one pick, and we got on the wrong side of that logjam, and I don't believe ever
Didn't recovered. Cole, let's talk about this week though in the league. What do you got going on? And if you want to go game by game, we can stop at what we feel like stopping.
This week, the Amazon Prime game, if there wasn't so many injuries, would actually be a very good one.
Yeah, Purdy out.
Purdy, Pearsall,
Jawan Jennings,
basically their whole offense out.
Yeah.
Niners at the Rams, 7:15 on Amazon Prime.
The Rams could probably just run the ball the whole game and win it.
Yeah,
and they might.
They might. Might be a good week to pick up Kyren Williams if Dan would ever respond to a trade request.
Ooh.
I need a guy badly. David Montgomery is. I'm afraid that David Montgomery is going to get less than 20% of the snaps on the offensive side.
Well, you should have traded for Pacheco.
Yeah, right. Let me get Isaiah Pacheco. Yeah, you're right.
You had a good week last week.
Sounds great. That's your Thursday night game. Sunday, Vikings Browns NFL Network at 8:30 in the morning. Then we have one of the grossest noon slates. Not even gross as in bad, but just grossest noon slates ever. Ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Noon, Texans at Ravens.
Yeesh. With no Lamar out there, well, doubtful.
Texans are favored by a point.
Jeez, really?
Yes.
They haven't won.
1-3. They beat the Titans.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Noon on Fox. Dolphins at Panthers. Another just gross one. Just gross. Raiders at Colts. Should be a blowout.
You'd think. Who knows?
You'd think, but you never know with the Raiders. Noon on CBS. Giants at Saints. The Saints are 2-point favorites.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Dude, Rattler.
I don't know.
I haven't watched the Saints play a single snap of football this year.
Yeah, I don't like watching them. The 1-2-1 Cowboys at the 0-4 Jets noon on Fox. Cowboys are a 2.5-point favorite, which I find intriguing. Broncos at Eagles. Eagles by 3.5, and that rounds out your noon slate. So we've got a lot of.
Johnny says he likes the Rams. That's some dog. Yeah, I think everybody likes the Rams, John.
Yeah,
everybody's in on the Rams. Hey, John, heard Wade isn't coming out this year. Kind of a sidebar. Heard Wade isn't coming out this year and is getting a new knee or hip or something. So that means that you're going to have to take Wade's job of all everything that Wade does, you know. So just start preparing. You know, we're less than a month away from season. So,
yeah.
Anyways,
there you go.
Cole.
Yes, sir.
What do we see in Sunday night though?
3:05. Titans at the Cardinals. Be gross.
I need Kyler to have a day.
Yeah. Buccaneers at the Seahawks. That'll be a very intriguing game. I like that game.
Did you see the Bucs schedule though moving forward?
No.
It's tough.
Yeah.
They're finding ways.
Well, they've got Baker Mayfield. They're always going to find ways. Seahawks are 3.5-point favorites. Lions at the Bengals. The Detroit Kitties are 10.5-point favorites.
The Motor City Kitties.
That's right, Motor City Kitties. I couldn't think of the first part. Thank you. Commies at the Chargers. LA by 3.
Is Daniels playing or no?
I don't think so.
That'd be why.
Actually, he's probable, which is a good sign.
Probable to not start. I don't know. Anyways, continue.
But yeah, and then Sunday night, 7:20 p.m. NBC, Patriots at the Bills.
Well, we recover, and Morgan's going to be at the Taylor Swift movie, so we'll be batching it up.
That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. And then Chiefs at the Jags, 7:15 ABC on Monday. Finally,
that's something I could talk about.
Finally, a solo Monday night game. Which, if you're going to double up the Monday night games, play them at 5:30 and 8:30 Central. 6:30 and 9:30 Eastern. I think that's more than doable. None of the 6:15, 7:15 junk. Anyway, there's your NFL slate.
We got 7 minutes left, and we can still talk about high school football quick.
We could.
Holy buckets!
Any big movements in the polls this week?
I need to look at them. The big upset last. Well, there's a couple upsets last week.
11B, Woonside Western Spring Sanborn Central over Wagner, which I picked. Did you pick also?
No, I picked the opposite. Didn't I?
No, you didn't take Wagner. Oh. You went 5-1 this week. No, you took.
I was gonna take it, but then I was like, you know what? I want to go high level. And I had here's the deal. I had Wagner over Woonsocket, but then I changed it because I'm gonna go to the T game, so I'll change it right before the show.
Yeah, that sounds right. That's the only change, really big change in 11B. Wagner goes on to 5. Wagner travels to number 1 Elk Point Jefferson this week.
What are you smelling there?
I'm smelling Elk Point Jefferson by 20 plus.
20 plus. Cole stays.
Listen, EPJ doesn't lose at home. We've experienced that.
That's true.
It's just different. It'll be hot too.
You know how O'Gorman beats Jefferson though.
Yeah, I don't think that's as much. I don't think that's really big upset.
It should have gone to overtime. But
here's the deal. Here's the deal about O'Gorman though. Is last year they played the top 7 teams in 11 AAA, and it's the same schedule this year. So they're a really good team. But last year at one point they were ranked 5th and they were 0-5.
Just because of the strength of the
because
schedule.
They lost close to every single team.
Sure.
And this year they're 3-2. They currently sit in 4th.
Who do you have in your poll at the 9AA spot for number 1?
9AA, I have Freeman Marion, Freeman Academy.
Yeah, I like that.
Ethan's in the house.
Ethan's in the house. That means we should probably get out of here, huh?
Actually, no, 9AA, I have Hamlin.
Okay.
Number 1. Freeman Marion, Freeman Academy 2nd. Elkton Lake Benton 3rd. Parkerston 4th. Hill City 5th. Because you can't tell me that Hill City has played anybody. And I will stand on that.
They haven't. 9A.
9A, I've got Warner. I'm the only sole voter of Warner so far because Wall has played nobody.
Warner had their prove it game and they won.
Exactly. Wall played nobody. They continue to play nobody.
If you're basing your poll based off of quality of wins, Warner's the best team in 9A.
1,000,000%. They've shown that they can actually win. Wall's just gone out there and 50 bad teams. Any team can do that.
Right. So once Wall goes into a team who's actually decent and they're not conditioned enough, I would like to see Howard Wall. Howard beats them.
Well, let's look at the rest of their schedule.
You're gonna want to be the 4 or the 5 seed or the 8 or the 9. You know.
Yeah. 9A Wall this week plays a 1-4 Jones County team. Here's their schedule so far. A 3-1 Phillip team, Phillip hasn't played anybody so far, just for the record. They beat them by 46. Harding County Bison, who's not good this year. Kadoka area in a 50, they're not good this year. New Underwood's not good. Stanley County's not good. Jones County.
How much did they beat Stanley County by?
Jones County's not good. Bennett County, And their last game is Lyman.
Did they beat Lyman? Oh,
They haven't played. They haven't played. That's their last contest at Lyman. That's their really only chance to lose. But Lyman's also really not. Lyman lost to Kadoka.
Cigars and Chicago pizza, John. That's all. And Ferg, bring the dog. You better bring that dog. Chicago. That pizza's so good, Cole.
I bet
stuff they got.
I believe it. Absolutely. Well, shall we wrap this thing up?
I think we should. Let's do our picks of the week and get out of here, huh?
I can't play that yet because I got to cue them into it yet. But here's our standings. I'm 15-9 overall with a 62% clip. I went 4-2 last week. Charlie's 17-7, 70.8%.
That's picking mostly dogs.
Yeah, he went 5-1. 4.2% increase are those numbers over there. Last week, we can roll through these very quickly as I type in closing time.
Yeah. I had O'Gorman over Jefferson. O'Gorman won. Probably shouldn't have, but won anyways. T over Mitchell. T won. Probably shouldn't have. I was at that game.
Yeah.
Mitchell controlled that game, outrushed him, outgained him, out everything. Lost. But that's how it is. High school football, you had Woonsocket over Wagner. Actually happened. Wagner's quarterback threw 5 picks, something like that.
Sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Winnebago with a big win over Todd.
I told you, don't sleep on Bago.
Cole, talk about your college football.
College football, I went 0-2. I picked Penn State and Georgia, and they both lost. So that was very cool.
I had Washington State over Colorado State. I knew they're going to have some sort of get-right game up in wherever Washington State plays, and Jimmy Rogers wasn't letting that happen, especially after all those nasty pressures. He needs to get some PR training. But Oregon, and then I had Oregon over Penn State. My NFL pick, I had the Buccaneers over the Eagles. Didn't happen. And then the Bears over the Raiders happened.
It should have.
Yeah.
Both you should have went 1-1, but the other way on your NFL picks because the Buccaneers should have won that one. I had the Seahawks beating the Cardinals. They did. And the Broncos smacked the Bengals as they usually do. Let's head on to this week as it is closing time. Oh, my gosh, that's loud. I know you guys can't hear on the stream, but it's in our headphones over the radio waves. I got Del Rapids over West Central this week in 11A. Del Rapids going to keep on improving on that number 2 ranking. And then I have EPJ over Wagner in what should not be a very close game in 11B.
I have in 11 AAA Harrisburg over Jefferson. Jefferson's going to ride the wave of whatever they got going on. And then I have Hanson over Howard because they got to beat Howard. They're due, right? They haven't beat Howard in a long time. So
got to. College football, I took New Mexico plus 2.5 against San Jose State. Again, this is a New Mexico team that only lost to Michigan by like 15. And San Jose State should not be favored. And I got Iowa State. They're going to win against Cincinnati. This game.
I got a typo in mind, by the way.
That's okay. This game should not be a 1.5 point spread.
I had Iowa State plus 1.5, by the way. Not minus.
I think it's the other way around.
Check it out. Anyways,
I'll look at it.
I have New Mexico State plus 2.5 over San Jose, and not San Jose State, Sam Houston State.
Yep.
And then I also have Iowa State, but I'm pretty sure they're plus 1.5.
I don't think they are.
I'll look on ESPN. I just looked.
I'm looking right now. Iowa State is 11 o'clock game. It just flipped. It flipped in the last hour and a half. Okay, so you
got to take the plus.
I'm taking the plus. I'm taking plus 1.5. Quickly, NFL. I got the Rams over the Niners on Thursday. Seahawks to beat the Bucks at home. They don't lose at home.
I'm gonna try something here, Cole. I'm back on the Vikings train. It might go bad, but hey, it can't go bad or can't go worse than losing twice in a row. So we'll see what happens here. And then I got the Bengals plus 10.5 over Lions because I don't like the Lions. So the Bengals are going to have to put something on the field out there. Just get angry and not lose by 10. So, all right.
There we go.
We got.
Thank you all for tuning in. This has been the CharCole Sports Show. Locker Room Sports, right? Locker Room Sports. Did I say that right?
I think so. We got 2 comments at the end. Fergie spot on and sausage green peppers. And then Iowa State lost their other starting corner. Wow.
That's interesting. I'll still take Iowa State regardless. We're back next week, 6 to 7 p.m. here on KAOR on YouTube. Up next, Locker Room Sports Show here on KAOR 91.1 in Vermilion.